Hello and welcome to The Drum. I'm Peter Lloyd. Coming up tonight, the detention dilemma. More stories of self-harm among detainees as the pollies continue to slug it out down in Canberra. Peter Costello and Paul Keating, could they be candidates for the IMF top job? Stalemate looms as France and the UK send attack helicopters into the fray in Libya. New South Wales clubs given an extra 4 years to comply with the federal government's pokies reform, but is that going to win the industry over? And Oprah Winfrey's last hurrah. Our panel tonight, LJ Loch from Republic Consulting, Tim Smith, Liberal Party member and councillor for Stonington in Melbourne, and in Canberra, the ABC's political editor, Lyndal Curtis. Good evening, everyone.
Hello there.
Evening.
Hi.
Well, first up tonight, more trouble for the Immigration Department as asylum seeker detention centres get more ugly. The Australian Human Rights Commission has released a report detailing self-harm and depression at the Villawood Detention Centre in Sydney. The report found sleepless nights, despair and suicidal thoughts were common among the centre's population of 400 people. The Greens say it's more evidence of the need to scrap the mandatory detention system.
That the levels of self-harm, suicide, depression, the skyrocketing cases of mental illness throughout Australia's detention facilities really are the result of long-term indefinite detention as a result of the failures of the mandatory detention system. We hear from the Human Rights Commission here in Australia saying that there has to be a better way, and that, of course, is community release. It's cheaper, it's more practical, and it's simply more humane.
Well, it's also been revealed by the ABC today that current and former guards employed by Serco at the Christmas Island Detention Centre have warned of an increased risk of self-harm by detainees. They say suicide watch protocols aren't being correctly followed at the facility. Serco is the private company contracted to run the immigration detention centres. Well, LJ Loch, are these places, Christmas Island, Villawood, are they the factories for mental illness that we keep hearing about?
They're pretty depressing places, and particularly when you look at the stat that there are more than 1,000 children that are also caught up in this process. There simply has to be a better way, and I bet Chris Bowen's actually wishing he was back in finance instead of having to walk the tightrope and find a solution. Tim,
is it really such a shock to hear that these things are happening, that the violence and suicides, they're quite well documented? Is this news to you?
Well, it's not news because the government changed the rules and the boats came back, and that's why they're overflowing. And look, the fault lies here with the government. The government